Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing on MCP, that is Model Context Protocol. So we'll see its architecture and its importance of using MCP. So before going to MCP, just discuss about the tools and the function calling. So everybody knows that, but just refresh it. So the tools and the functions, we know that it's extensions for LLM and it will help the LLM to communicate with the outside world. So we know that LLM has a knowledge cutoff, right? So maybe we can say that LLM is trained with the data till 31st December 2024, right? So after that, it does not have any knowledge what is happening around the world. So to communicate with the real-time data or to get the real-time data, the LLM will depends on the tools. For example, if I am asking LLM like, okay, what is the weather in San Francisco now? But it does not have any knowledge. So what LLM does is it will try to communicate with the tools. The tools maybe like it will integrate with the weather API and it will get the latest weather details of the particular country or this particular region, right? Then LLM will generate the data or LLM will inference this data and it will give the output to us. And if we ask, okay, what is the stock price for some stock, right? It does not have any data. So what it does is it will go and make use of the tools functionality and it will return the data to us. So it's actually working fine, and we have also implemented the tools in many of our projects. So now what is the problem with the tools? So if you consider I'm using a ChatGPT or OpenAI, so it has a special protocol to create a tool and the functions, right? So I'll be using the ChatGPT and I'll be creating the ChatGPT, tools and the functions in the format of ChatGPT or OpenAI. Then I will use that. If another person who is working in Claude or Anthropic, what it does is it has its own tool set is available and it will use its own protocol, right? Then consider a scenario where like I need to switch between, or I need to switch from ChatGPT to Anthropic or Anthropic to ChatGPT or like any other open source like Llama 4 is released. If I want to switch to Llama 4, I cannot directly go and switch, right? Because if I switch there, I have to rewrite all my tools, all my functions, everything I have to rewrite on that. Okay, so that is kind of a tightly coupled scenario, and there is no way. Like I have to, one way is like I have to switch on like the LLM model that currently I'm using, or I have to spend a lot of money and I have to rewrite everything to that work with the Llama 4. If someday or in future, if some other better model is coming, I may have to rewrite it again and again, right? So that is the importance of MCP. Okay, so we understood what is the problem with the tools. Now we are going to explain about MCP. So it will be like very easy for you. So MCP is a open protocol that standardizes how applications provide context to LLM. Think MCP like a USB-C for AI application. So consider a USB, right? So if I have a USB, I can put into my laptop, or I can put into my stereo in my car, or I can put into my TV, right? So anywhere I can use this, right? So in that way, if I have a MCP protocol is there, or I have an agent, or I have a tool that is with MCP protocol, I can plug in that with any other LLM. So LLM knows its structure, okay? So it is very easy for me, right? If I am using, I have a set of MCPs there, okay? ChatGPT knows the protocol of MCP and Anthropic knows the protocol of MCP, and when I develop my own tools, okay, so I will be following this MCP structure. Then any LLM can make use of my tools also, like without any much effort. Okay, so that is the importance of MCP, and again, the MCP provides a growing list of pre-built integration that your LLM can directly plug into. For example, if you search on that, we can see that there are a lot of MCP plugins are available. So MCP plugins are available for SAP, MCP plugins are available for Google Drive, and we just can make use of that. So LLM will easily able to integrate with that. Okay, then flexibility to switch between LLM providers and the vendors. As I said, now it is not tightly coupled. Okay, at any point of time, it is very easy for me to switch my provider. Like I can switch from ChatGPT to Anthropic or Anthropic to Llama 4. It's very easy for me. Now, coming to the architecture of MCP, it's basically a client server architecture, simply. Okay, And so this is the architecture diagram. This is I got from the medium. And so when we consider its architecture pattern, we can see that it has a mainly three components. One is host, one is client, and another one is server. Okay. And when we talk about host is a something that is a chat application or code assistant, or this can be a Anthropic desktop. Okay. And the client is a communication interface and the data exchange between the server and the host. So when we consider the server is actually the tool part. Okay, so it may be a database connection or API access or task execution. So here this is the server, that is the extension of the tool. Okay, then whenever the host is there, chat application is there, the chat application will easily able to communicate with the server. That is, in general way we can say that it's a tools, right? Okay, so as I said, the host is the application that uses the agent. It could be chat application or code assistant in your IDE. Client, which is the interface between the host and the server. And the server is, it connects to database APIs, even local files, and it is responsible for executing the task the agent need to perform, similar to our tools, right? So that's about MCP and its architecture, and I hope like everybody have a clear idea about why we are using the MCP, right? So please stay tuned. So in our coming videos we can discuss about how can we create a MCP, and we'll see how can we like a host can communicate with the these MCP servers. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.